Recap of some of today's local headlines there. Now, as part of his work at homelessness charity Thames Reach, volunteer Rob spends each day helping hundreds of people experiencing homelessness across the capital. His support enables the individuals to move forward with their lives by teaching them digital skills and helping them to get online, enabling access to accommodation, benefits, jobs and a way to reconnect with loved ones. London Live caught up with Rob to talk about how Thames Reach and Virgin Media are working together to empower people in need to have access to tech, help pay bills and keep in contact with loved ones.
This project really is about digital technology and accessibility, and that really supports people who are experiencing homelessness. And I mean, the project does work with people in temporary accommodation, so they've already experienced that pitfall. The array of things that take people to that experience of homelessness is very broad and wide. But I suppose what we're working with is when somebody's had that experience, how can we shorten it? And technology plays a crucial role in that. The tech lending community, we lend devices for about 6 months at a time. We can extend it for a small period, but over the last 12 months, we've lent 380 devices to people in temporary accommodation. I think that thanks to Virgin Media O2, we've been given these devices that we can lend to people that are in temporary accommodation. We've been working with Hubbub, and what we do is we lend a device. It's a bit like a library. So maybe you would go to a library previously and you borrow a book, but we lend devices for up to 6 months to people that are in temporary accommodation. But it's not just about having access to a device, it's actually about that connectivity. There's a poverty premium on people that are experiencing homelessness, whether you're using pay-as-you-go, you've got priorities. And what we do is we give them that opportunity to be able to access the web. There's, whether it's, healthcare appointments, booking things online, repeat prescriptions, especially through post-pandemic, accessing GP surgeries via that online portal. It can be so much quicker if you've got access to that digital resource.
What is often overlooked is just how necessary it is to be connected to the internet in order to kind of manage one's everyday life. So absence of having a laptop or a phone, or in this case a tablet, is a huge obstacle in someone who doesn't have full-time accommodation to kind of working their way out of that.
Now, the people that we're working with, might not have a digital access for weeks or months on end. Imagine what it's like having to then deal with like a backlog of emails, or just even that social connection, social isolation. You're not being able to reach or stay in contact with people that you love. There's a massive pressure on people. We're building this digital world that really connects people, as long as you have that resource to access it. Once you're excluded, digital poverty, then you're removed from that social connection in our society. We connect people to employment or meaningful activities, whether that's volunteering, maybe it's enrolling in college, whether it's literacy, numeracy. We knew that it was making a massive difference, but near at the end of that project, we did a little bit of an evaluation, and it was mind blowing to see what people were actually using it for. People kind of getting into recovery, doing online meetings, self-advocating for themselves. There's people who are using the mobile apps for calls to prayer, and we had one client who previously did podcasting, and actually having access to that device, he was able to reconnect to his past experience, the things that was passionate in his life, now that he has the resources to do it. It was very obvious to us that, once we give these devices to people, the progression was rapid. I mean, it took us a while for us to evidence this, but, we could see firsthand that, people were enjoying having a device, but actually the personal circumstances were changing.
Okay, we're coming to our final break now on